Right-hand side for Dylan Bakwa. Bakwa running towards the edge of the penalty area. Jinks infield, then outside, then back onto his left foot, curls it towards goal and headed away by Lewis Hall. To Voltemade, gives it back to Jacob Murphy with the early cross through the 6-yard box, and it beats everybody. Long edition of the show today, match day into match night later. Don't forget, 6 o'clock tonight.
You can't expect them to be high intensity the whole time. There's going to have to be a time or a period of a game where they do sit back and soak it up.
Here's Tonali with some space down the right-hand side to cross, and that goes wide of the target from Willasula at the back post, put under pressure by Nico Williams. Right-hand side for Dylan Bakwa. Bakwa running towards the edge of the penalty area. Jinks infield, then outside, then back onto his left foot, curls it towards goal and headed away by Lewis Hall. First chance they've come forward with any sense of anger, really, in the opening 16 minutes. And Nick Pope might have had that covered, diving away to his right, but Hall made sure. Forest corner.
Yeah, very direct there from back. That's what you want to see from your wingers, running at the...
Williams goes high towards the back post, nodded down by Jesus, and it goes right through to Nick Pope. Jesus found himself some space. Set piece deep to the back post, working again for Forest, turns and gives it forward towards Awonyi. Awonyi holds it up, lays it off to the right for Bakwa. Only 3 up in the Forest attack. Bakwa running into the penalty area, taking on Dan Burn, trying to get outside him, and has done. Hits the byline, pulls it back, and somehow Taiwo Awonyi couldn't make any contact with it. Touch, it was more of a controlled touch rather than stabbing it towards goal. But it was really good from Dylan Bakwa.
Yeah, really good wing play. He was running it, Dan Burn, you could see Dan Burn showing him onto his right foot. And even when he did go down the line on his right foot, I thought Dan Burn, once he got his hand across.
The Newcastle half gives it outside right for Bakwa, onto his left foot. Just over the head of Pope's missed it. Cunha sends it towards goal, and Pope recovers somehow to block. Completely missed the first cross, which again is a really good one from Bakwa, this time checking out onto his left foot, fired over the cross, and Pope got it all wrong. It fell to Jair Cunha, and as he tried to send it towards goal, a recovering Nick Pope just happened to be in the right place and parried it wide for a corner, taken short by... Out again for Anderson. There's Bakwa again, but Burn this time has won the challenge, and it breaks for Voltemade. This is happening a lot. A Newcastle break forward. Voltemade still allowed to run on towards the edge of the box, lays it off for Asula. Good save, Sells with his legs, smothering the danger.
Yeah, he was quick off his line. Asula made a good run into their right channel. I think he did us a favour by taking on his right foot. If he'd just gone on his left and cut back in and he would have opened up the rest of the goal. He gave Sells.
Paul Tierney, the referee, is not hanging around for Mull of Kintyre. We are underway. Forest attacking the Trent end, and immediately here gets Awonyi down the left-hand side. Mistake by Newcastle. Yates with a touch. It might break in the penalty area for Jesus, who hits a shot from a tight angle. Close. So Pope having to save from Jesus. He had to save from Jair Cunha in the first half as well. He was out of position for the Cunha save. He was very much in position for that Jesus one. As Anderson feeds it square across his own half to Morato. Morato chips it forward looking for Awonyi. Awonyi trying to get in between the two defenders, and has done, and shoots, and Pope saves with his legs. Comes out to the edge of the box for Yates to drive, but he's against Taiwo Awonyi. As it dropped over one of them, Chow, Botman didn't deal with it, and the shot from Awonyi kicked away by the legs of Nick. Sent forward down the left-hand side. Joel Linton for Dan Burn. Burn with the cross. It's teed up for the shot to come in, and it's cleared in the end by Morato. The tee up.
To be honest, with that time, you fancy him to finish it. He hit it straight at Sells, and after that, the ball's almost on the goal line, and Sells looking at Morato to clear it. Morato's looking at Sells to come and get it. In the end, Morato clears it, and then after that, Bruno has another chance.
It's Willasula, right-footed, and it's hit the crossbar. Sells may have got a touch. It's a really good effort from Asula. It ends up hitting the bar, and it's still loose, and then a shot from Bruno Guimaraes near post is held into the second half. Asula with the 25-yard free kick, left of centre, right-footed. It crashed against the crossbar, possibly via the fingertips of Matt Sells. Bruno has it again, feeds it forward towards Ramsey, who sends it forward to Harvey Barnes, who's clean through, and Harvey Barnes has scored. Straight down the middle, Harvey Barnes scores for Newcastle.
Harvey Barnes just got the run on Morato. Started a couple of yards behind him. Morato just wasn't quick enough to cover the space and get back. And then he was strong enough to hold Morato off, and it was a decent finish. Sells had no chance really. But that's the difference in the benches. Newcastle have changed their front three.
Across halfway, this is Morato. Morato forward into the feet of Wood, trying to turn on the edge of the penalty area. Sends it, tees it up for Jesus, who rides, challenges and stabs it towards goal. And Nick Pope didn't get much on it in the end, Igor Jesus. But it was better from Forest around the Newcastle penalty area, and Pope had to make an albeit comfortable save. Luca goes and retrieves for Forest, comes outside the penalty area, leaves it for Anderson. Little ball into McAtee. McAtee gives it back to Anderson, who's running through, and he scores! Elliot Anderson cramps up as he fires into the Trent end net, and now, having cramped up as he scored the goal, walks slowly back to halfway. A goal against his boyhood club with a couple of minutes remaining to rescue what could be a priceless point. It could be the point that Forest need, as long as they see out the job. Great burst into the box, good feed from McAtee back into his path, took it into his stride, and from the corner of the 6-yard box, left-footed, found the far post. He's faced by two, rolls it back for Yates, who clips over the cross. McAtee's header's going back to Hutchinson down the right-hand side. Hutchinson tees up the cross, back post. Header from Luca across the face of goal. Sandro Tonali gets to the ball and clears. But now it's Forest who suddenly look like they might go and win this. Yates and Hutchinson underneath it. There's the whistle. Forest, missing 9 players, have got a 1-1 draw against Newcastle United, thanks to one of their star men, the former Newcastle man, Elliot Anderson. 2 minutes from the end of the 90, gets a goal from a tight angle, corner of the 6-yard box, bursting into the penalty area, and fired it left-footed past Nick Pope.